I'm so excited and I'm in such a great mood because the Cowboys won. Yeah. Anyway, I got a request last week from one of the followers who asked if I know how to make cabbage and sausage. And I said, of course. I make that pretty regularly. So I was happy to share this recipe. So this recipe is for you, Chris. Okay. So here's what you need. So first you need cabbage, of course. So a head of cabbage, and we'll chop this up. Just make sure you rinse it really well because, of course, there's like mud and dirt inside. So give it a good deep cleanse with water and vinegar, just straight water, whatever you prefer. And you need some shredded carrots. If you use the smaller carrots, they take a little longer the thicker carrots, they take a little longer to cook. So I suggest the shredded carrots. If you don't like peppers or bell peppers, you don't have to put it, but I like to put it in along with onion. And then 1 can of Rotel. If you don't really care for Rotel, you can just do stewed tomatoes or diced tomatoes, whatever you prefer. But I like just a little bit of spice to it. It gives it a little kick. But it's up to you, whatever you want. As for the meat, you can use either ground beef or chicken, whatever you have. But today, I'm going to use, of course, sausage. But you can use any brand. I just picked this brand. I haven't tried this. Well, I've tried other types of sausage. They're really good. But this is a new brand for me. Different brand. But I'm going to try this. And then bacon. Any type of bacon works just fine. Make sure you just chop it up before we cook it. So that's the meat portion. For spices, you don't have to have these exact spices. You can use whatever you have in the kitchen, but this is what I typically put in it. Garlic powder, one or both of the chicken and tomato bouillon. So this is chicken bouillon. This is tomato bouillon. I use a little bit of each. Some people prefer just chicken. Some people prefer just tomato. But I use a bit of each. These are really important. They make it really flavorful. And they give it that chicken tomato flavor. I love this. Slap your mama. This is a little spicy. I like to just put a little bit in there. Italian seasoning. You don't have to have this, but I like to put it in. Chopped green onion. And the blend, I love this on everything. It's a garlic, salt, and pepper. And I typically use one of these. These are just general flavors you can put in. This is Mrs. Dash. Or this one's new. It's really popular. Dano's. Some people really like that. I really like it. They have spicy or original. You can use either. So I think that's it as far as the ingredients go. So let's get started. So now we're going to chop. This is really important. Chop up the bacon. I've got it chopped here. So we'll chop this up and then we'll go ahead and start cooking the bacon. That'll be the first thing we do. So now the bacon's cooking. I went ahead and chopped up the peppers. And I've got onion, but I'm not going to put it in because I've already got 3 peppers. So that's just way too much. So I'm going to use this. One thing I forgot to add that is super important for flavor. Garlic. Minced garlic. You can use minced garlic. You can use fresh garlic, whichever you prefer. I prefer fresh garlic, but this is faster and easier for me today. Okay, so let's check on our bacon. It smells so good. Okay, so remember I put the bacon in, finished the bacon, and now you can see, got the sausage here. Okay, so remember, cook the bacon. The bacon's done. You can see here. Yum. Okay, so I've got the bacon, and you have to use the bacon grease. This is so important. Save that bacon grease. Do not get rid of it. Okay, so now we're going to add the sausage into that. In that same pot, go ahead and let it cook. Now the sausage is done, and I've got the bacon here, so put it on the same plate as the bacon, just right on top. And that bacon grease, for me, I know I'm from the South, y'all, but we're going to reuse that bacon grease, and we can use it for different dishes. So, got my bacon drippings pot here, and I'll use the leftover grease and pour it in. You just save a small amount in the pot, just a small amount. And then you'll put in the veggies and cabbage. So I'll show you how to do this here. So I've already drained the fat out. I just left a little bit in the pan. And we're going to put our cabbage that we've chopped up, and our vegetables, our peppers, and the carrots. I'm not going to use this whole bag, probably about a quarter of the bag. So I put in the cabbage, the veggies, the carrots, the peppers, everything's in there. So we're just going to put the lid on it and leave it. Let it cook down. And once it cooks down, we'll add in all the spices. So, been cooking this cabbage, the bell pepper and all that. It's still cooking. You can see what it looks like here. Oh, that looks so good. So you'll just let it continue cooking. Right now, it's been cooking about 10 minutes. I'll probably let it set for about 20 minutes. We'll put in the seasonings and then the meat. Some people call this sausage and cabbage. Some people call it southern fried cabbage. But it is delicious. It is healthy. So the vegetables have cooked down. So now we're going to add in our seasonings. Okay. So now we're going to add in our seasonings, okay? The rotel has already been drained. I'll add that in. Garlic. You can put as much minced garlic as you want. I like a lot. I don't use measurements, so I do what I feel. This is garlic powder. Dano's all-purpose seasoning. Green onion. Italian. Let me open this up. Slap your mama. Little chicken bouillon. A little tomato bouillon. The blend, which is the garlic, salt, and pepper. Pour my meat in. It looks so good, y'all. I'm going to let this cook a little more and let that flavor really soak in. And then I'm going to put some cornbread in the oven, and this is going to be a perfect Southern meal. This is called Southern Fried Cabbage. It's delicious, y'all. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. So good. If you want a certain recipe done, oh my gosh, it's so good. If you want a certain recipe, you have a special request, you want me to make something in particular, send me an inbox message on ASL Diary. If I know how to make it, I will. So just a little bit about my background. I'm half Hispanic, half white. So I've got both sides there. And not only that, I'm married to a black man, and I've learned all about soul food from him. And one of my dear, dear friends who's already passed away, she was a soul food queen. And so she taught me all she knew. And so I've got the country, Mexican, and soul food down. But yeah, I'll try to do 1 or 2 videos a week if I can. Thanks for watching.